My name is Donna Olney-Kohler. I live at 711 Caswell Avenue. My home is also operated as a bed and breakfast that's called the Fig Street Inn that has been in business since May of 2011. I am not here to say whether or not more hotels should be built on Route 13. The fact is that there is already land zoned for that. And the fact is that I don't really have much say in what will be built on Route 13. But as you continue your discussions about whether or not another hotel on Route 13 is a good or bad idea, and whether or not it would hurt lodging in the town of Cape Charles, I would like to give some perspective about bed and breakfasts in our community. I understand that statements may have been made regarding bed and breakfast rates, occupancies, and our guests, and I would like to provide information on what is our reality. Bed and breakfasts in Cape Charles do not have rates over $200 per night. There are 5 licensed properties in the town that represent a total of 18 rooms. Out of all those units, there are only 2 rooms that have a seasonal rate of $200. The reality is that the average daily rate of bed and breakfast in Cape Charles is approximately $155 in 2012. That figure is far below the misconception that we attract a guest willing to pay $200 per night. In regards to occupancy and how full the bed and breakfasts are, the 2012 occupancy rate among the 5 properties was 28.2%. Significantly below being able to say that bed and breakfasts are full and there aren't enough places for people to stay. The occupancy rate for the past August alone was 53%. That means that the rooms are here, but they're not getting filled. There is the idea that we need more rooms because we're becoming a wedding destination and we need places for these guests to stay. Speaking only for my bed and breakfast, wedding guests aren't staying at my inn. Last weekend there were 3 weddings in the area. My 4 rooms were filled, only 1 was a wedding guest. The weekend before, 3 weddings, only 2 rooms were wedding guests. Wedding guests aren't filling the rooms that already exist. Wedding guests make up under 10% of my personal business. What is perceived as a lack of inventory isn't preventing people from choosing Cape Charles for their weddings because we know there are multiple weddings on any given weekend. We know that the guests are coming, but we also know that they're not choosing to stay in town. Is it appropriate for the town to be concerned about a market that is basically a pass-through? They're here for one reason only, a wedding. They are literally in and out in less than 24 hours. With a 28.2% occupancy rate, the bed and breakfasts are clearly not full all the time. There are times that are busier than others when each of us, including the 2 hotels in town, have to turn guests away. But an occupancy rate of 28.2% in 2012, 31.2% in 2011, and 32.4% in 2010 demonstrate that there is not enough demand for the inventory that already exists. If there were, I would think that the Hotel Cape Charles would be open year-round. The fact that they operate seasonally is a huge statement about how much demand there is for overnight accommodations in our market. You might want to say we are a summer destination and we need more places for people to stay in summer months. That is not necessarily true. For August 2013, my inn had an occupancy rate of only 46%, far below what anyone would expect of a peak season. 2012, 47%, 2011, 41%.
20 seconds.
So it isn't that 2013 was a bad year. The demand isn't there, and saying that bed and breakfasts are full is not the case. There are already 150 rooms available in Greater Cape Charles among 7 motels and beds and breakfasts on Route 13. Once Cape Peak reopens, adds about another 100 units. The rooms already exist on Route 13. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.